Concealed carry laws, what you need to know. Welcome to Safety, First Firearms Training and Consultants. Alright, let's talk about concealed carry laws in the US, a patchwork quilt of legislation so complicated it would make a tax lawyer break down and weep. We're diving into a world where responsible gun ownership meets the often confusing maze of state regulations. Because let's be honest, understanding these laws isn't just about exercising your rights, it's about avoiding a whole heap of trouble you really don't need in your life. Navigating the legal minefield state by state concealed carry. The United States, a land of diverse donuts and even more diverse concealed carry laws. 50 states, 50 sets of rules, some stricter than a headmaster, some looser than a goose on roller skates. Got your permit? Not so fast. Some states recognize it, others don't. Bars, schools, government buildings, usually a no-go. Know your state's laws, it's not just a suggestion, it's a requirement. To shoot or not to shoot. Understanding use of force laws. When is it actually justifiable to use it? This isn't some Hollywood action flick, this is real life, folks, with real consequences. Most states operate on the reasonable person standard. Would a reasonable person believe their life was in imminent danger? We're talking about a genuine threat to your safety. It's a heavy decision, one that shouldn't be taken lightly. The legal system will dissect your decision-making process. Understand the immense responsibility that comes with carrying a concealed weapon. Duty to retreat versus stand your ground, knowing the difference. Now let's wade into even murkier waters, shall we? Duty to retreat versus stand your ground laws, two sides of the same coin, both equally important to understand. Some states, bless their cautious hearts, believe in avoiding conflict whenever possible. They operate on the duty to retreat principle. Basically, if you can safely walk, run, or even awkwardly crab walk away from a dangerous situation, you're legally obligated to do so. Think of it as choosing flight over fight, but with less flapping and more awkward shuffling. Then you've got the stand your ground states, where things get a little more, shall we say, assertive. Here, you're not required to retreat, even if you could do so safely. If you feel threatened, you have the right to stand your ground and defend yourself. Now, before you go thinking this means you can challenge anyone who looks at you funny to a duel, let me stop you right there. Stand your ground doesn't give you a free pass to be reckless. You still need to prove your life was in danger, and that using force was absolutely necessary. The bottom line is this: whether your state leans towards retreat or standing your ground, knowing the law is crucial. It could mean the difference between walking free and facing a whole heap of legal trouble. So do your research, folks, and stay informed. Let's be real, folks. Being pulled over by the police is never a fun experience. It's nerve-wracking, anxiety-inducing, and about as enjoyable as a root canal. Now, imagine adding a concealed firearm into the mix. Suddenly, that routine traffic stop just got a whole lot more complicated. First and foremost, remember this: honesty is the best policy, especially when dealing with law enforcement. The moment an officer approaches your vehicle, you need to inform them that you're a concealed carry permit holder and that you have a firearm present. Don't wait for them to ask, don't try to be slick about it, just be upfront and clear. Next, keep your hands where the officer can see them. This isn't a suggestion, it's basic common sense. Sudden movements can be misinterpreted, and in a tense situation, that's the last thing you want. So keep your hands on the steering wheel, speak calmly and clearly, and follow the officer's instructions to the letter. Remember, the goal here is de-escalation. The officer is just doing their job, and they don't know you from Adam. Being cooperative, respectful, and transparent will go a long way in ensuring a safe and uneventful interaction. And for goodness sake, don't even think about reaching for your weapon unless specifically instructed to do so. That's a recipe for disaster faster than you can say unlawful discharge. Alright, let's talk about those awkward moments when your concealed carry needs to stay well concealed. We're talking about no-carry zones, those designated areas where even the thought of bringing a firearm is about as welcome as a skunk at a picnic. Now, some of these are no-brainers. Schools, off-limits, government buildings, stay away, airports, don't even think about it. These places have more security than a celebrity's gated community, and for good reason. Bringing a firearm anywhere near them is a one-way ticket to a world of legal hurt. But then you've got the not-so-obvious ones. Bars, for example. Sure, they might seem like the Wild West of social gatherings, but most states frown upon mixing alcohol and firearms, and don't even get me started on private businesses. That local coffee shop with the no shirt, no shoes, no service sign, they might as well add no firearms to the list. The point is, folks, knowing your no-carry zones is crucial. Ignorance is not a valid defense in the eyes of the law. So, do your research, check for signage, and when in doubt, err on the side of caution, because accidentally bringing your concealed carry into a restricted area is a mistake you don't want to make. Chapter 6. Training and education, staying sharp and staying legal. Let's face it, folks, responsible concealed carry isn't a one-and-done deal. It's not like getting a tattoo painful at first, but then you're good to go for life. This is about ongoing commitment, continuous learning, and constantly honing your skills. Think of it like maintaining a classic car. Sure, you might have a beauty on your hands, but without regular tune-ups, maintenance, and the occasional oil change, that baby's gonna sputter and stall faster than you can say engine failure. The same goes for concealed carry. You need to stay sharp, both mentally and physically. Regular range time is crucial, not just for accuracy, but for muscle memory, safe handling, and building confidence in your abilities. But it goes beyond just shooting. Situational awareness, conflict de-escalation, and understanding the legal complexities of self-defense, these are all vital components of responsible concealed carry. That's why ongoing training and education are non-negotiable. Take refresher courses, attend seminars, and stay up to date on any changes in legislation. Because when it comes to concealed carry, complacency can be just as dangerous as ignorance. Chapter 7. Civil Liability, Understanding the Legal Aftermath. Here's a sobering thought. Even if you use your concealed carry weapon lawfully, you could still find yourself facing a mountain of legal bills. That's right, folks. Welcome to the wonderful world of civil liability, where even when you're in the right, you can still end up paying the price. Think of it like this. You're driving down the road, obeying all traffic laws, when suddenly, bam! Someone rear-ends you. It's clearly their fault, right? Well, sure, in the eyes of the law, maybe, but that doesn't mean you won't have to deal with insurance claims, medical bills, and the general headache of legal proceedings. The same principle applies to self-defense situations. Even if the shooting is justified, you could still face lawsuits from the assailant or their family. They might claim emotional distress, loss of income, or even damage to their reputation, because apparently getting shot can put a damper on one's social standing. That's why having liability insurance is crucial. It's like having a financial safety net for those just-in-case scenarios. And trust me, when it comes to concealed carry, just in case can escalate to, oh crap, faster than you can say wrongful death lawsuit. So, do your research, find a reputable insurance provider, and get yourself covered. Because when it comes to legal battles, having someone in your corner can make all the difference. Chapter 8. Reporting incidents, knowing what to do when the unthinkable happens. Alright folks, let's talk about the unthinkable. The aftermath of a self-defense shooting. It's a scenario no responsible gun owner ever wants to face, but it's crucial to be prepared, just in case. Because knowing what to do in those critical moments can mean the difference between a fair hearing and a legal nightmare. First and foremost, if it's safe to do so, call 911 immediately. And I mean immediately, like the second you're able to safely put down the phone and dial. Explain the situation clearly and calmly, providing your location and a brief description of what transpired. Once the authorities arrive, it's crucial to cooperate fully. Follow their instructions, answer their questions honestly, but avoid speculating or making any statements that could be misconstrued. Remember, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Now here's the important part. As soon as you're able, contact a lawyer. And not just any lawyer, but one who specializes in self-defense cases. They'll guide you through the legal process, protect your rights, and ensure you're treated fairly. Remember, the aftermath of a shooting is a stressful and confusing time. Emotions run high, adrenaline is pumping, and it's easy to say or do something that could jeopardize your case. Having a skilled attorney by your side can make all the difference in ensuring a just outcome. Outrow, stay safe, stay informed, stay responsible. So there you have it, folks. A crash course in the complex world of concealed carry laws. Remember, owning a firearm is a right, but it's also a tremendous responsibility. It's about protecting yourself and others, but it's also about knowing the law, respecting the limits, and acting with the utmost caution. If you're considering concealed carry, or if you're already a permit holder, I urge you to take this information to heart, stay informed, stay educated, and never stop learning. Because when it comes to concealed carry, knowledge is power, and responsibility is key. And hey, if you're ever in need of top-notch firearms training, remember safety. First Firearms Training and Consultants is here to help. Give Master Instructor Kenneth Thornton a call or text at 301-346-2327. Stay safe out there.